How's it going? How's it going, everybody? This is your Don't Listen podcast, basketball sports talk edition with your boy, your co-host and moderator, Ray856, here with the very known and talented TP. You feel me?
Oh shit! Thank you, son.
We got an amazing. I think amazing is overstatement. You know, hopefully, even some of y'all, you feel like it's amazing. Leave it down in the comments. You know, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. You know, we got crazy topics, different types of topics, and also, you know, current events that even everybody else might be talking about right now. Chucking their art spinning. You know.
Right.
And, you know, if we getting into that, we talking about that, you know, I don't know about you, Fox, but let's get right into it. We talk about current events. Everybody talks about this team. We already know why. Because they got the, quote-unquote, arguably the greatest player of all time. In my opinion, he's still, you know, number 2. LeBron James, you feel me, over there in La La Land. But this was a battle of both of them. You know, it's a la, 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 la. You know, because we had the Los Angeles Clippers stopping the Lakers. What is that? 6-point difference, 103-97 in LA. Crazy battle, man. Paul George, he had 13, 15. PG-13 had 15, 10, and 4. Kawhi Leonard only had 14, 7, and 2, only played 20 minutes. John Wall, 15, 4, and 3, among other players that they had like step up. And with LeBron, Lonnie, and Anthony Davis coming together to be 76 points, 72 points between the three of them, and them still falling short. You know, it's really telling about, you know, in my opinion, the things that team is lacking. What would you feel like is from what you see with them so far in their 2 games lost? You know, that they probably lacking, Pops.
What I see right now is definitely a lack of shooting. They don't really got nobody at the guard position to stretch the floor, make the game easier for LeBron and AD. And, you know, at the end of the day, on every team that LeBron ever won on, he was surrounded by shooters. And this current addition, subtraction is needed. This current, you know, form of the Lakers, you know, it's some subtraction that's needed. They got a bunch of eye guys. I don't see team, I see eye guys.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with, you know, Westbrook and, you know, the other people they brought in. Kendrick Nunn's back in. I mean, if you look at it, they was 1 for 25 in that game last night. From the field. Not from 3, from the field. You can't win like that. You just can't win. I don't care how talented a group you got, can't win like that. Your guards got to give you something.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. I saw how, you know, the story's been Russ this, Russ that. You know, last night he went 0 for 12. You know, it was a bad game for him, but, you know, they was ragging on him when he just went, 7 of 11 the first game. Like you said, it's telling when all of your guards don't perform well. All of your guards can't shoot. Like you said, when LeBron actually had success, he was surrounded by shooters. So I feel like the Lakers definitely need to get shooters. I agree with you 100% on that one.
Yeah, and, you know, it's always got to be a fall guy when, you know, shit don't go the way it's supposed to, or things don't go the way they're supposed to. He's a fall guy. Westbrook gonna be the fall guy, just like he was last year. You know, they always talk about how bad Westbrook played, but the whole season, damn near the whole season, AD was hurt. LeBron's hurt. You had an influx of young guys coming in the game, what they thought Westbrook going to do in the Western Conference. So I think he got a lot of slack last year for the failures of the Lakers. And I think that's something I think for both parties, the best thing for them to do is, separate. You know what I mean? I think it's not good for Westbrook to still be in LA. And I don't think it's good for LA to still have him because they obviously don't appreciate what he do for the team. And he hasn't been playing great, but they put everything on him. Every time something happens, you got Skip and Shannon always, well, Westbrook is this and what,
Nah,
every day. They can't go a day without bringing up that man's name. So I think it'd be best for him to just leave, get a fresh start somewhere else, and do what he need to do.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I really feel like Russ, you know, I feel like we're gonna see more this season. I may be wrong, but I feel like the caliber of player that he's shown himself and just off his catalog, his career alone, I feel like Russ could, pop out and keep a more of a consistency of what happened the first game more so of this game. I just feel like LeBron, for him to succeed, if you're going to have another wing player on there, they either going to be defensive minded or they got to be able to gun. Everybody's raving about Austin Reeves, and I think he has potential, but he has to be able to knock down shots. I feel like Kendrick Nunn has to be able to knock down shots as well. Patrick Beverly was selected for, I believe shooting 40% last season from the three. So to not have somebody like that next to somebody like Russ, I feel like Russ would benefit with a little bit more floor space and too, so he can cut to the basket. And I think if he can do that, he can give you a very efficient 17, 18 points a game.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, excuse me. I think that's something that they need to figure out how to get Russ involved in the game without him overshooting, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like just in the flow of the game, get your shots. Like Patrick Beverly yesterday, shooting threes. Like that's the only shot that he got. Nobody's driving to the basket, kicking, shooting. Kendrick Nunn missing. I mean, he had a terrible. All the guard play yesterday was terrible. All of them. So it can't just be on Russ all the time, and that's the only part that I don't like. Everything is Russ' fault. No, man, y'all need to take a look in the mirror. Pat Bev had a terrible game, and Kendrick Nunn had a terrible game. Rivers ain't come in and give them nothing. So at the end of the day, you win as a team, you gotta lose as a team. Stop putting it on one guy.
I feel like everything that you said is 100% true. I think that, like you said, Russ is just going to be used as a fall guy going forward. And I just think, I do feel like you're right. Like I think he should probably go to a different situation if it's just going to be this type of result. But, everybody that's being held accountable, I think they should hold Rob Pelinka accountable since he put together this bum ass team 2 years in a row. You know,
Right.
I, I don't think anybody got like any high expectations for this team. I don't know about you, but I mean, I see LeBron, I see Anthony Davis, I see even what Lonnie Walker was able to do. But I think an offense where as though if you want an offense where as though you can maximize LeBron James and Russell Westbrook at the same time, you need shooters because they both can even be able to facilitate. Then you can get your 5 assists and 7 assists from Bron, or let Bron go crazy. Let Russ come off the bench, but it has to be shooters at some point. And we need a big man in that rotation.
Oh yeah, I mean, you see Anthony Davis last night got out rebounded.
Yeah, by LeBron James. LeBron had 10 rebounds. It's crazy. LeBron's averaging more rebounds than him this season already.
And he already showing the propensity to get hurt. He had to come out the game. Back was hurting. I mean, I I don't know, man. I think I don't know how you feel about this, but I think LeBron deserves better on his way out. Should still have an opportunity to win chips. And they definitely ain't putting the pieces around them to make it happen. So
It'd be really nice. LeBron's one of my favorite players. I say he's like my third favorite player behind Allen Iverson and Dwayne Wade. Um, he I feel like he got a lot of bonuses though throughout his career, to where so it's like, and then nah. I feel like maybe this could be a potential Wizards year, and a lot of people cushion it just off of the bubble ring. I just think that it all goes down to decision making. I feel like we seen enough that the Lakers was an inept organization before he even got there. To
oh,
where
that's
so I wouldn't have made that decision at this point in my career if 100% rings was my end all be all. And I mean, he seems like he's very media savvy, as everybody know. LeBron James, one of the greatest come up stories ever. No, never getting in trouble. So he's very media savvy. So at least what he portrays at times, if it's not true, is somebody that's of composure and is fine with it. Win or lose type of stuff. He's taking it as experience. So he like it. I love it.
yeah, I get it, but the circumstances when he came there wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Magic Johnson was the GM. You know what I'm saying? Things just got changed without his say so. So at the end of the day, once you sign a contract, you stuck with it. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure he didn't go there thinking that Rob Pelinka was going to take over for Magic. And I think he didn't go there thinking AD was going to be hurt 60% of the games. So, the last year was a gamble bringing in Russ. But like I said, both of them was out half of the year. You know what I mean? So what you gonna do with that? That's not a recipe for success.